Hello, and welcome to Ideas with Diana on January 18th, 2021. I just have to update my title that I actually put 2020. How many of you still remember when you used to use checkbooks at the beginning of the year? You used to put the previous year instead of the current year. So I've done that too. Well, some thoughts I'd like to say about today, though, is basically I had a chance to get out today, walk around. It's still nice to see snow outside. I just wondering if the Parkside's cross-country ski course has some snow. Although now basically due to COVID, many people can't use it because basically people are worried about what's going to happen. But it is nice to see snow again. Something I was thinking about, though, this discussion about going back in the Paris Climate Change Accord and also about something about this fracking. Well, fracking has made us energy independent for the first time in a long time. And it's nice that we don't have to send troops over to the Middle East to fight wars because some group is trying to control oil or something. We have our own energy, and I think that's a good idea to try to maintain energy and independence. I mean, fracking is one way. There are other alternatives. Some people said wind. Other people say other. I still think breeder nuclear reactors are a better way to do it, though, too, because of I never heard of France having any type of nuclear incident like a 3 Mile Island or Chernobyl, for that matter. And Electricity France is willing to share the technology with the U.S. Because even when I was chairman of emergency management in the late 90s, I met a group from Electricity France, and I asked them, I said, well, we talked about the breeder reactor, and I said, well, I said, I was just curious. I said, is the breeder reactor, are you guys only limited to having it in France? He says, oh, no, we can have it in other countries. I said, well, if someone from the U.S. were to contact you, could you? Yeah, we've been wanting to do that for years. We've been trying to approach people in your country to do this. And I was just surprised why, it hasn't caught on, like that, though, because we, in the U.S., we use electric technology from Siemens and we use it. So basically, it's not basically all in-house. It's, we use, technologies from worldwide like that, though. So just wondering. But, if the climate accord, I mean, I agree. Global climate change is real because I can see it. That's why I made a comment about the snow, because for a few years, even at this time of year, we didn't have snow, and you just looked at brown grass, and we're up in the northern. I'm up in the northern edge of the Great Plains and beginning of the Northwoods. So basically, just little bit southeastern Wisconsin. So basically, if you would drive 2 hours north, you actually would be in the Northwoods. And it's nice to see the snow, but even though here's an interesting fact, though, even though basically many of us were we reduced our activities, we worked more from home, or we didn't travel as much or anything. The Earth's temperature still was the highest on record, surpassing 2016, even though everyone or many people were on lockdown, which says something, And some people basically say, well, we can stop climate change if we eliminate cows, and go to all vegetarian. Well, I think that's just as bad as the approach as a group that tries to force their will by violence, because basically you're taking away a food group that basically many people can't afford to live on, because to tell you the truth, vegetarian food in this area is very expensive. I had a friend who was a vegetarian. She came over for Thanksgiving, and I did my best to prepare a vegetarian Thanksgiving, but the food costs went up 300% because of vegetarian. And for people living on a low budget or fixed income budget, they can't afford a $300% increase in food budget, because some group wants to force everyone to eat vegetarian. And the thing is, we are carnivores. We do have certain type of teeth, and we do need meat, no matter how much vegetarian groups claim we don't, and milk as well. the thing is, what happens is, my point is basically when it gets to a thing where people are forced into it, and then they have to pay higher prices because of it. That's just as bad as someone being insurgency saying you're going to eat vegetarian. No, sorry, that doesn't work. All of us are intelligent enough to know that basically we can make our own decisions, and there are other ways how to do things. You don't have to force people. If it's something that's really that good, you'll have people coming and go all the time. It's like basically, just take a look at McDonald's or Wendy's. You know, even during this COVID pandemic, you look at now, people still are willing to go through the drive-through. You know, even though it's an extra effort. McDonald's Wendy's have to put on extra effort. Say, come on into the drive-through. Come on in. No, they still have people coming in. You know, so. Continuing on this thought, I just wanted to say, though, you know, our goal should be to maintain energy independence as well as balance environmental issues. Now, I said balance. The reason why I said balance is because sometimes some people get the impression that some members of the environmental group that are almost to a point of acting like insurgents want everyone to give up all the modern conveniences. Well, we want you to go back to the Western days where you washed with a bowl on the table, and basically you cooked from a coal stove, like the way some people still have to cook in India, and you only get so many units of electricity, and we want to charge you for watching too much TV and other stuff, and you know it's like that doesn't work. Because that again is almost like the same is just as bad as insurgents did, because someone's trying to force their will through a government action, or basically what they feel is government power that they have in their political party. So what I'm hoping for the new administration, and when all these executive acts are, I hope they're signed intelligently and they're thought out. Paris Climate Accord, I'd say yes with conditions. Namely, we're not going to lower our quality of life so that basically we have China take us over and other things like that. Though, so hold on just a minute. And that we maintain our energy independence. Well, I'll speak more at a later time. This has been Ideas with Diana. And let me know what you think. I'm on Twitter at Diana1A.